You have been learning social studies in your previous classes, but this year onwards, you are having the bifurcations. This year, you are having a particular subject called Civics. And Civics is a study of citizenship. It is a study of the rights and the responsibilities of a citizenship, of a citizen. Now, according to the NCERT syllabus, the first chapter is about unity in diversity. It sounds peculiar, is it not? There is diversity, there are a lot of differences, but there is unity. It was actually Jawaharlal Nehru, who has coined this phrase. And we will be learning how does India stand united in spite of all these diversities. We'll be having a case study of Ladakh and Kerala, and we will also look into various diversities existing in the nation, and also what does this diversity adds to our life. These are the things that we would be seeing in this chapter. When you look around, you find a lot of differences in people. Maybe in the color of the skin, maybe in their heights, their facial expressions, thinking patterns. Some you can find as handicapped, some are tall, some are long. Everyone is different. And the religion, other than the major religions, there are small communities. So there is a lot of difference in their dress, in their culture, in their rituals. You find a lot of differences even in the festivals. Every person is unique. Therefore, their perspective is different. Their approach to a problem is different. Their appearance is different. Their culture is different. Everything is different. Look around. You would find people speaking different languages even in the same area. Diversity in India. India is a land of diversity, and diversity in our country exists in the form of culture, traditions, caste, community, region, language, religion, festival, etc. There are more than 200 languages spoken in our country. And if one were to count the number of dialects, it would actually be more than 1600. And how does this diversity exist? Let us see. The state of being widely different from one another is called diversity. Diversity exists around us in various forms. We find people around us who are different from each other in many ways. The geographical and physical features of the place depict the diverse life of the people. This is what we are going to see with the example of Ladakh and Kerala, because the geographical features and the physical features of the place is entirely different. So naturally you would find a lot of differences in the lifestyle of the people and the culture of the people. Now the question comes, what does this diversity add to our lives? Diversity adds color to our life, and it enriches our lives significantly. Without diversity, our life would be monotonous. You just imagine your own life. Particularly if a student likes noodles very much, and mother prepares noodles for him or her, he would be very happy. And on the second day, mother thinks, oh, my child likes noodles very much, so I will prepare noodles even tomorrow. She prepared, the child was very happy. Third day, again noodles, she was okay. Fourth day, from fourth day onwards, you you may not like that dish very much. It is because every day you are having the same thing. So you prefer your mother to prepare different dishes. Otherwise, it becomes monotonous and you lose interest in the dishes. So this is the same case in same culture, same language situations as well. So we need diversity, otherwise it becomes monotonous. And when there is a diversity, now we are going to see a comparative study between Ladakh and Kerala. First we will see Ladakh, which is known as Little Tibet. Until 2019, Ladakh was a region of the state of Jammu and Kashmir. And in August 2019, the Parliament of India passed an act by which Ladakh became the Union Territory on 31st October 2019. Ladakh, especially Leh Ladakh, is very famous for trekking and tourism and all. It has got beautiful sceneries which attract the people from around the globe. It has got cold desert, so naturally the dressing style of the people is different. They use a lot of woolen clothing, and Buddhism reached Tibet via Ladakh. So naturally many people here practice Buddhism. The people of Ladakh keep sheep, and the sheep in this region are special because they produce pashmina wool. The people eat meat and milk products like cheese and butter. And the pashmina shawls are very famous here. This wool is prized and pashmina shawls cost a lot of money. Each family owns some goats, cows and dorsos. They are yak cows. They are used in agriculture, transportation and all. So as I said, the food of Ladakh mainly consists of non-veg, and they use a lot of butter and milk. Now we move on to the example of Kerala, which is known as the God's own country. It is very much famous for its backwaters and the greenery. Since it is a coastal state, it is very much rich in its varieties of fishes, and there are several ports. Naturally, the Kerala food has a lot of seafood items in their dishes. And when we look into the culture of Kerala, it is a mixed culture. Like we have the first Jewish community in India, in Kerala. This is considered to be the first synagogue. Synagogue means the temple of the Jewish people. Till 1940s, we had around 20,000 Jews in India, especially in Kerala. And in 1948, when Israel was made, these people all went back to their homeland. But still, you can find one active synagogue even now in Cochin in Kerala. Vasco da Gama came to India in Kerala 1498. He landed in Kodungallur. And again, Saint Thomas, Jesus had 12 disciples, and one of them was Saint Thomas. And this saint came to Kerala in AD 52. And he started to establish his churches, and thus Christianity came into Kerala. Or this can be the first mosque in India. This is also built in Kodungallur. You would find why Kodungallur is this much famous or this much important it was, because there was a port at that time in India, in Kodungallur. So naturally, for all these traders and merchandise, it was so easy to land in Kodungallur. So naturally, the first mosque here was built by Malik Dinar with the help of Chairman Perumal, a local king. And when we look at the construction and the architecture, the first one was typically looking like a South Indian, especially Kerala temple. Later it was renovated, and it is, you can see on the left side. Kerala has got a lot of connection from ancient time onwards with different parts of the world, and even into their language and culture, these all have come into connection. The spice of Kerala is very famous, and a lot of people around the globe has come to trade with Kerala. And we can find here Chena Chatti. Chatti means a vessel in which we can cook, and Chena Chatti, it indicates that it is a Chinese vessel. Again, Chena Vala, that indicates its connection with China. Vala means net. So it has got a lot of give and take of culture. So you find a lot of difference between Kerala and Ladakh in its culture, in its dressing style, in the religion, because in Kerala the majority are Hindus, whereas in Ladakh major religions are Buddhism and Islam. Now, unity in diversity. We have got a lot of diversities, and there are so many religions, but after all, we are all one in India, and that feeling of patriotism and feeling of being an Indian makes us all united. As I said, a lot many people from different parts of the world came to India, and gradually they began to take control over us. So when the Britishers came, they had a different tactics to deal with us. That was to divide and rule. There were many small kingdoms. There were religious boundaries. There were caste system. So they understood that it is very easy for them to divide us and then to rule. If we stood united at that time, nobody could defeat us, nobody could take advantage of us, because we are all one and we have a feeling of togetherness, but they divided us and then started ruling us. In order to free this nation from the bondages, so many came forward. They were our freedom fighters. There were freedom fighters who were illiterate. There were freedom fighters who were highly educated. Some of them were from the lower caste, some of them were from the higher caste, some of them were Hindus, and some of them were Muslim. But these divisions didn't make a change in their life and in their goal. They stood united and they had only one goal, that was one nation. This spirit of togetherness ended up in the victory in the Quit India movement. And we have the national anthem by Rabindranath Tagore, and we have the tricolor, the flag. This all reminds us about the unity which we have. And as I said, it was Jawaharlal Nehru in his book, The Discovery of India, who coined this phrase, the unity in diversity. So this was all about the chapter. We salute all the freedom fighters who stood united and who has brought us this united nation. Thank you all.